next we see Alexis and Justin working. They get their anniversary basket, but they're also working on a scrapbook, putting pictures together that they took, and they talk about how marriage has been challenging, but they're working through their issues. And what's complicating is while they're working through those issues, other issues pop up.
Yeah.
Are coming up in the process, and he shares with her the conversation that he had with his brother while fishing, and he told him, he was like, my brother basically told me is, we don't have to work on all the issues at once, kind of tackle one thing at a time. And his thing is, he wants to fix the issues, all the issues before his time is up. And she's like, what do you mean time is up? Like, does that mean you giving up? Like this is the time, like the 1 month is it? And he was like, no, it's like I'm still in there and I feel like I'm running out of time because the 8 weeks is coming close. And when we get to decision day, I want to have the issues worked out so that we can have a good outcome at decision day. And I think she kind of grasped that, but she was like, he was like, I feel like I don't have enough time to fix everything. And she says, let's not focus on the mistake, that we can make up and we can regroup. We had time to do that.
Yeah, I think the issue is, he got caught on the word fixed. And we can be honest, there's some things that may not be fixed in 8 weeks time, and it's in 4 weeks time. And he has to understand and realize it's not going to be, and again, men are fixers by nature. We want to fix it. We want everything to be nice and smooth. We want it to be 100%. We want everything to be straight. So we are fixers by nature. So if something is broke, whether it's relationship, we want to try to fix it. But in this case, and Alexis was like, he didn't clarify himself enough for Alexis. Like, hey, what are you trying to say? That you want out or you're not going to try or anymore? No, that's not what he's saying. And so what I've seen sometimes is that she already has an interpretation in her head of what it is that he's saying. But then when he tries to break it down, or he can't articulate what he's trying to say until she asks or until she says, I don't understand. And then he changes up and then articulates in a way that she understands. And that lies a communication issue. Lies him spatting off real quickly and not formulating what he has to say so he can help his wife understand the initial time that he says it.
Yeah, but I also see too, I'm like, I knew it. I completely understood what he was saying. I feel like he does have to change the way he says it probably to make it more understandable for her, but she also has to put more of an effort and think and analyze what it is that he's saying. It's a twofold thing.
But it's twofold, but in relationship and marriages, should I have to analyze or should you be very specific? Because sometimes when you leave it vague, because that's been her issue with him, leaving stuff vague and not completely clarifying yourself, it leaves it up to the other person's interpretation of what you want and what you desire and what you're saying. So she clearly didn't understand, and so she was like, hey, I need a little bit more information here. You're being too vague. I need some more confirmation. I need you to tell me exactly what it is, because this is what I need to do. I mean, I'm just saying, that's where I can see where she was coming from. I see where he's coming from in that standpoint, but I can see why she asked the question. And what we do sometimes, and I had to think about this, sometimes we don't have the backstory of their conversation leading up to that, and we don't see a lot of things. So now, or feelings in the moment, and so we see the bit and pieces that the editors want us to see, but it might have been a whole 50-minute or 20-minute other discussion on that, and her response is based off what happened 15 minutes earlier that we didn't see.
Mm-hmm. She did say that if they weren't married, she would give up, because they've experienced too much hurt too fast. But she said this in her vignette, but she says, I'm still here because I'm here for my husband, because I am married, because I'm sticking, trying to work it out. And
I got a problem with that statement. You're still here for your husband, but why aren't you here for yourself? Meaning you realize that it's not just Justin who has the issue in this relationship. It is not just, I'm here. It's me too. I'm here for me because I want to be married. Because if you look in the vignette, she had to catch herself several times saying, you, I, you. And then she's like, oh, I better not say that, we. And then she went back to I. So to me, it's like, okay, she wants to blame it on him, but when it comes to TV or comes to these vignettes, she's gonna make it say we because she wants to seem like she doesn't have anything wrong with her.
I didn't take it like that. I took it when she said, "I'm here for my husband," meaning my husband, like, not for his benefit, but because I had a husband.
Okay.
That's how I took it. Like, I'm here for my husband because I want to be in a marriage. I want to have a husband. And I realized that to be in that space that I can't do what I usually would do. Mm-hmm. That's what I took it to mean. Not that she was only doing it for him, but it's really for her because she has a husband.
Okay.
That's the way I took it. But when she was talking to him, she was like, I feel like because we went through those experiences, we kind of have a cheat code, and we do have enough time. We got time to work on it. Decision date is not, I don't look at it as an end date.
Right.
It's a work towards date. And so we have to make sure we balance it out, working towards that date, towards decision day and what decision we'll make, but also working on us, period. And readjusting.
Yeah, I would love to have heard them say what they're going to work on. What because he was like, let's prioritize. I wanted to see what things they were going to prioritize in what order. Just curious to see what they were going to work on.
Mm-hmm. So then, as we go around the table, now it's Justin and Alexis' turn, and Justin says, I've seen a lot of. He comments, I've seen a lot of growth in Mitch. That's good for you, Mitch. And you remarked, because I had looked away at the moment. He was like, no, you got to see her face. While Justin is commenting on Mitch, Alexis making a face like,
this Negro here.
Okay. And
that's what it was like. Look at this Negro.
He asked, I think he kind of noticed it, and he was like, you all right? And she was like, I'm fine. They asked, what about you, Alexis? And she says, I don't want to talk in this moment. I just want to listen. And in her vignette, she says, I'm trying to be respectful of my husband because he feels like he's making progress. And he feels, he could comment on somebody else's progress. But I feel like he's not making progress. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel. And so, as we come back from her vignette, he remarks to her, I find it odd that you don't have anything to say. And it seems like, we're not doing good. She was like, no, I'm not upset. If I was upset, I would tell you I'm upset with you, not upset. Mm-hmm. And what he says is, no, but usually you have something to say. And so now that you don't have anything to say, it makes me feel like maybe we're not in a space or place that I think we are, that she's somewhere else. And, he's talking to her, just to her. And obviously people notice him talking. And he's like, he wasn't though.
Everybody heard him.
But he was talking to her.
Well, that's why she made a comment. Everybody heard him.
And so, she was like, I don't want to share, but obviously my husband wants me to share. He has a problem with me not sharing. And, he was like, but no, I don't want you to share. I just basically want to know why you don't want to. And so she says, and now he's over here pouting, and that's my problem with you. You don't self-regulate. You're inconsistent. It's like, I feel like I'm getting Jekyll and Hyde. And this is the thing that happens all the time. This is how you act. And when you come back to apologize about how you act, you tell me you're passionate, and it's the way it comes out when you apologize for how you act. It hurts when you act that way, and then when you come back and apologize, I accept your apology, but it still hurts. And he says, but what did I do in this moment? Because she says, you do things that you say you're not going to do. He said, in this moment, what did I do that I said I wasn't going to do? And she was like, I just need a break. It was just painful. Now, it wasn't as bad as Morgan and Ben, but everybody at the table was like, oof, wow. And Miguel's like, it's fine, take your time, do what you want. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm waiting for you to finish.
Okay, I'm finished.
I have nothing to say.
Okay.
I have nothing to
But
say.
you had a whole lot to say last night.
Oh, I got a lot to say now, but this
No.
video, we already been an hour in, and I want to go in because we'll be on this for a long time. We guys got to do something.
But
separate.
you got to say something.
I'm like Alexis. I have nothing to say. No, I'm just kidding. All right, here we go. Y'all don't even understand. I wish we'd recorded last night. Cause
No, I don't.
I do. Look, I understand where Justin is coming from. All right, and I understand where Alexis is coming from. My problem is the same issue I had last night, that he didn't read between the lines, right? He didn't read the fact that she didn't want nothing to just leave it alone, bruh.
No, the reading between the lines is your issue was why couldn't he see or
understand
or fathom that maybe she's not saying anything because she doesn't want to hurt my feelings. And what I try to explain to you is that he's an overthinker. So that would be a positive way to think about it. But he's an overthinker, and the whole premise of being an overthinker is you go to the negative. And so we talked about the thing is when you deal with an overthinker, she should have just been straight out with him and said, Justin, I don't want to talk. I don't want to share in this moment because there are some things that I just feel like this wouldn't be the right place, and I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. That way, he don't have to speculate and have these wheels turning about what's going on in her head. I wonder what she's thinking. I'm probably not that good of a husband. Blah, 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 blah. And that's what started, his wheels started turning, and she should have just said in that moment, besides, I just don't want to talk, say, and this is the reason why.
And my thing was, even when she gives him the reason why, he's going to feel some type of way.
Not necessarily. That was the whole conversation we had, too.
Right.
That's an assumption, too.
That is an assumption.
That's an assumption, too. But she didn't even give him the chance to have a reaction because she didn't do that. Instead, she went the other way. And, of course, that's going to get you the reaction that you think you're going to get.
Yeah, again, it gave him a reaction, got her upset, got him upset. They had to leave the table. It was kind of embarrassing for both of them to be able to go that deep in and to show that they have some deep issues. And the issue that she said, I'm tired of babying you. Basically, she said, I'm tired of babying you. I'm tired of, she's tired of bending backwards to meet his emotional needs. And she's like, what about what about my emotional needs, right? It hurts me because you hurt me. When you say things, you hurt me. When you do things, you hurt me. And I'm bending backwards to meet your emotional need. But all you're doing is saying, I'm sorry. And you're not doing anything to meet my emotional need.
But here's the thing. And we're about to wrap this up. But here's the thing. That Alexis and her sisters said from the jump. You can't say I'm not doing anything to meet your emotional needs when you have said up front, I'm not an emotional person. So you already came in acknowledging that I'm a hard person. I don't share my emotions. I don't get emotional. So how can I attend to your emotional needs when you say I'm not an emotional person and I don't let people into that space? I'm uncomfortable sharing how I feel. So how can I address how you feel when you don't even want to share? She said that multiple times. I'm uncomfortable in this moment. When he's sharing his feelings, she's uncomfortable and she never shares hers.
Which goes back to the original point when she says, I don't want to share. He should have already went back to that conversation. She don't want to share. Because she told him, I'm a jelly bean, I'm hard on the outside, I'm soft on the inside. So if you know your wife does not share emotionally and don't want to share, when she says, I don't want to share, take the fact that, because she's already told you, I'm not emotional and I don't like sharing.
I told you, I think he gets that, but again, he's an overthinker. So he's like, but why don't you? So just tell him why you don't want to share.
Yeah. Y'all let us know what you think. Please leave a comment in the comment section below. I put a poll up on the community. Who you think was at fault, Justin or Alexis, neither or both. I'm just interested to see what you guys think about this. Could this situation been alleviated? Could they not have gone deep in this discussion? Do you blame one? Do you blame both? Let us know in the comment section. As you see, we got different opinions on that, which is healthy. All right, which is healthy. You all right? You good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we good. I just want to make sure. Hey, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our reviews. Please leave a comment in the comment section below and join us on this Sunday for our panel discussion as we discuss Justin, Alexis, Stasha, and Nate, as well as Ben and Morgan, much more. All right. Once again, thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. And guess what? Have a great rest of your day.